Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Oni Healthy Tips and the Beauty channel. If today is your first time of joining me to this particular channel, you're super welcome to my channel. You did not just mix your way, you are at the rightful place. So in this particular channel, we treat about realities and healthy tips, and aside from healthy tips, we share also beauty tips, in fact all round good information that can help our fellow human being, and also what will make you to be fit, keep your body fit, and also be fit and be healthy in life. Also, most knowledge is that most of people doesn't know. Awareness is what matters a lot. Information is key to so many things that you don't know. So in this particular channel, those things that can benefit human being is what we come here to share. Please feel free to subscribe if you have not done so before. You're welcome back to my channel once again. So today we'll be talking about parenting skill. In this particular channel, I'll be treating for a few days now. I'll be treating about parenting skill and the family matters, of which I've treated about so many things there. I have done part 1, part 2, of which I promise that I'm going to finish this particular topic, because there are a lot of things that people are supposed to know. There are a lot of things that parents are supposed to know that most parents doesn't know. They are not aware of it. As I said earlier, that information is key, because when you don't know, you don't know, and it's better for you to know so you can be able to correct your mistakes and also put things right how they're supposed to be. So I'll also be talking about realities of adolescent sexual relationship. Yes, I've talked about the relationship of parents and the children, then adolescent stage, those stage that when your child gets to adolescent stage and they started showing off some characters which you did not expect from them, you should also know that this is the adolescent stage and this is the stage they are, and they can be able to display such a thing. It should not be a problem to you, but there's also ways in order to handle those particular stages. I've treated that before. Please, if you have not really watched that, please you can go back and check some of the episodes which I've done before now, and to get other things which I've discussed concerning parenting skill. So as I said earlier, today's episode or today's topic, we'll be talking about realities of adolescent sexual behavior. Yes, what are those realities when it gets to adolescent sexual behavior? What are those things that happen to adolescents? What are those mistakes that they make that a parent should be there for them in order to correct them, for them not to fall a victim of such mistakes? So this is exactly what I'll be treating here, because it's important that every parent should be there for their children in order to correct them, and also make sure that their steps which they are trying to display, it can be corrected in a very perfect way, not the one that will lead them into problem or trouble that at the end of the day parents will start crying or regretting about that. So it's better to monitor their steps early, put them in order, teach them what they need to do, talk to them one-on-one, let them understand the realities of sexual behavior when they get to adolescent. What are those realities of adolescent sexual behavior? What are those? Why should we worry? What are those things that will happen to them that in fact you need to worry, and you must be there for them? First of all, number one is that remember that when they get to adolescent stage, when they don't have the knowledge of what to do, they have what we call unprotected sex. That is number one, which can lead them into a danger. You see why a parent should be worried when the children get to adolescent stage, why they need to be lectured, why they need to know things that they're supposed to know before they get to that stage, so they cannot be able to involve themselves into problem. Number one reality is that they go for unprotected sex. That is number one. Then number two, most of the young women and men also are vulnerable of contacting HIV, because when an adolescent go for an unprotected sex, what the next thing? There are so many things that are involved in that. One, they can have or they can contact HIV. That is number one. Number two, the young women can get pregnant, and when they get pregnant, their education career have ended. Most of them will stop going to school. That is just the basic truth. There's nothing to nurture here, because when that child gets pregnant, you can see that the schooling part of it have been tampered with. She will now drop out from school in order to concentrate to give birth. You can see the future is really diminishing, which is not supposed to be like that, which that this can affect the future of that child. You see why a parent should be there and also teach these children what they're supposed to know before it gets to that stage. Another reality is that untreated STIs can affect this child or that adolescent not to have children in future. Untreated one, because when they contact such infection or disease, they don't know. It can live in them for a period of years, and at the end of the day, when that child get to adulthood, it can prevent them not to have children in future. That is why I said untreated STIs can affect that adolescent not to have children in future. You see those realities. This is in fact, this is a pure reality of adolescent sexual relationship, which parents should be there for them and also monitor them when they get to that age, and also speak to them when they get to that stage. The next reality, when peers encouragement and advice can equally lead them into trouble, that they can be able to involve themselves into that sexual relationship, which will lead them into a problem in future. So parents need to guide them and also advise them to know the kind of friends that their children have, and as well they shouldn't allow influence of friends to put them into problem or lead them to do what they are not supposed to do. Remember, that's one thing again I want to emphasize on here. Sexual education does not encourage sex. That is the truth about that. So when children get to this stage, you can educate them, but don't permit them to go into such. Always advise them that there are times for everything. When they get to that stage, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. But as for this particular moment, what matters is your future. What matters is your career. What matters is what you are going to achieve in future, so that they can have that understanding with them that there are things before that. There are things which is more important. Their future is more important before before they go into such things. So parents should be there for them and also encourage them, speak to them, advise them that your future matters, your career matters, because when your future is bright, whatever you desire to have in life, you can be able to have it. That is what it is. So parenting education is very, very important, and also parenting skill is very, very important. So this is why I always say that family matters so much, because when the family is there, parents, mother and the father is there, when they talk to their children, it adds more value to them than getting that particular advice from outside. So that is the reason why you're supposed to, speak to them, talk to them, make them your friend. Let them understand what they need to understand from you as a parent that give birth to them before they get such information from outside. I always encourage parents to do that. That is what it is. Now let's go into other things that I need to discuss or speak with you guys in this particular episode for today. Now, the next thing I want to discuss in this particular episode is that why do family matters? In fact, they have actually taken my light. You can see that is the reason why the shadow is like this. Please bear with me. I don't want to end this particular episode like that. I want to make sure I complete it today. I don't want to go into procrastination. That is what it is. So now why do family matters? Why do family matters when it comes to parental skill? Why do they matter? Yes, I always say that family matters because what a parent or a caregiver do now when these children are young add a lot of value to them on their later age. What you speak to them, how you talk to them, the advice they get from you, what they learn from you, now they are very young. It adds a lot of value to them when they get to a later age or later years. It adds a lot of value to their lives. That is number one. Mentioning before that, parents need to have this sexual discussion with their children before they get to the age. That is why family matters. They need to get this information before they get to that age, before they get to that particular age. That is why family matters. Then number three, why family matters is any parents or caregiver who waits so long to discuss most of this important issue with their children have lose the impact, in fact the great time to add such a valuable impact to those children at that point in time. So that is why it's not good for you to wait too long. It's not good for you to wait too long to have those discussions with the children, because if you wait too long to discuss it with them, maybe at that time they have also getting those information have really entered them into their brain, to their whenever, in fact when you start talking to them, it's already late. You can see that you have made a very big mistake. At the same time, you have lost that great impact to act fast, and at the same time to add a valuable value to that child's life at that point in time. That is why family matters. Family matters because you need to be there with them. You need to have this discussion early. You don't need to wait so long to start having such discussion with your children as they grow up. I always advise that parents should make sure that they're there for the children. They should make sure that the advice the children need to get from them, in fact, they give it to those children at the rightful time. Don't wait. And when my child gets to so age, I would say yes, we know that when they get, at least from when the child gets to 10 years, start talking to that child. Let that child know what it means. Even from 5 years, there's a way your child behaves. You tell them, no, don't allow that to happen. When you go to school, if somebody try to do something like this, no, don't allow such to happen. When you sit down rightfully. This is the way how a woman is supposed to sit down. These are some lectures that mothers are supposed to give to their female children when they are growing up. You don't wait that way. You don't wait for a proper sitting down of a woman Even when I was growing up, I can remember during the time when I was growing up, my grandparents, my parents always, when if you sit carelessly, they'll come and close your leg. They'll even use, when they talk to you twice or three times, you did not listen. The next time they will use your hand, try to let you understand where that this is how proper way a woman should sit down. So these are some knowledge we use to impact these children, let them know, because when you don't do it right from that stage, and losing yourself up too much, it can equally get that child into what is not supposed to be when you get to that stage. So it's better you start training children. Start your training when they are still young till they get to their adolescent stage. During the adolescent stage, they face a lot of things. They are very vulnerable at that stage. I must be realistic with you. They are very, very vulnerable at that stage. So that is the reason why you have to be there. Most of them will get advice from different kinds of peers. From school, they will get advice. From the environment where they say they can get advice. Anybody can come in and say, okay, do it like this. You can equally see young men, big men, adult people can come and say, okay, do like this. So that is why you have to be there for them. Don't allow them to fall into that vulnerability. Make sure you get them fixed to where they're supposed to be and also act perfectly, so that you yourself as a parent can equally enjoy your children. So I think this is what I need to drop here for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this particular episode. If you do, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also give it a thumbs up. I will say a very big thank you to all of you for choosing to watch from my channel. Remember, your subscription matters for me, and also your like, your comment also matters a lot. Let me see what you need to hear from me more, and I still also promise you guys that this particular tip have not ended. I still have more to discuss with you guys concerning this parenting skill and what you need to do for your children in order to get them in a rightful step for you to enjoy them later and for them also to achieve their future perfectly. Once again, thank you and God bless you. Love you all, and bye bye.